What's going on, guys, and welcome back to LOI TV. Now today we're going to be doing a quick prediction video ahead of the second game week of the season. A couple of really big games coming up this weekend, guys. So make sure to let me know your predictions down in the comments below, and if you do go on to enjoy this video, guys, please make sure to drop a like on it and make sure to subscribe. Now yeah, let's jump right into the video. We're going to start off with Derry City, who play host to Finn Harps, and this is two sides who would be at either end of the table probably come the end of it, but actually had opposite results. So Derry, the team you'd expect to be at the top of the table, lost their first game, and Finn Harps, who you'd expect to be fighting at the bottom, actually won their first game of the season. Derry City now at home, obviously they lost the first game against Dundalk, which is always going to be a tough game. The champions are never going to be an easy team to beat at Oriel Park, so for Derry this is a really big opportunity for them to get back on the winning track. Finn Harps, on the other hand, actually got a fantastic start to the season in terms of their results. They had a great 1-0 win over Sligo Rovers, but I do fancy Derry to take all 3 points here comfortably enough. I'm going to predict a 2-0 win for them. I think that they have enough quality in their side to keep Finn Harps at bay. Finn Harps will set up really defensively, trying to keep a lot of people behind the ball, but I think Derry will break them down, and I think a 2-0 win is a likely result in this one. Next up we're going to Talca Park, and this is actually the game that we will be attending, guys. So if you do want to do an interview following Shelbourne versus Dundalk, let us know down in the comments below, or message us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, any of them. So if you're going to the game, then just let us know. But in this game, both teams obviously picked up 3 points in the first games of the season. Shelbourne, fantastic win for them down in Cork. The newly promoted side will be delighted to have got all 3 points from there, and they'll come into this game with a lot of confidence. It'll be a packed Talca, and it's a great way to start the season in terms of your first home fixture against the champions. They'll be raring to go, and they're going to give Dundalk a hell of a game. Dundalk, on the other hand, picked up a very solid win against Derry on the first game of the season. Dane Massey with the goal there. It's going to be interesting to see how they approach it. I'd say Dundalk will probably have the majority of the ball possession, and will probably look to break Shels down. But Shels have a lot of players in the counter-attack that will hurt. Kieran Kilduff, I feel like he's destined to get a goal in this game, but I do fancy Dundalk to take all 3 points. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for the away side. Not going to be an easy game for Dundalk at all, but I do see them with that champion mentality escaping with all 3 points from Talca Park. Next up we have Sligo Rovers, who play host to St Patrick's Athletic. Both of these sides with opening day defeats, and will be looking to bounce back. Sligo Rovers, very disappointing in the first game to lose to Finn Harps, but they'll be looking to have a big reaction from that. Could be exactly what they needed to kind of them kick up the backside for the rest of the season now. As for St Pat's, very disappointing to lose at home to Waterford. To be fair, they had a lot of the ball in that game. They're probably unlucky to lose it, to be fair. A bit of a mistake at the back cost them all 3 points, and they were the better side, to be fair. And I do see St Pat's pick up the 3 points here. I'm going to fancy them to nick it 1-0. I heard a lot of things about, I think it's Billy King, the winger they brought in from Scotland, St Pat's. I heard he caused Waterford a lot of problems, so I'm excited to see what he can do this season. He could be a big player in this game. It's a moment of magic. It's going to be a big game for Pats to bounce back from. I think St Pat's will be a bit too strong for Sligo Rovers. I think they might nick this one. Next up we travel down to the RSC, where Waterford play host to Bohemians. Now Waterford had a fantastic win, as I mentioned just there previously, over St Pat's. They didn't play particularly well, but they got all 3 points, which is all that really matters at the end of the day. As for Bohs, they had a terrible start to the season in terms of morale. Like, it's a real kick just to lose to your Dublin Derby rivals in the 92nd, 3rd minute. Big disappointing blow, but they'll be looking to bounce back from that. And I think it's going to be a draw. I think this one. Bohs obviously are away from home here, so if they were at home I'd probably fancy them. But I think after that first game of the season, it was hard for them to get their game going. It's a horrible pitch, so I think they're going to kind of hopefully get back to where they were. I think Mandrew has to start this game. I don't know what the story is there, that why he didn't start the Dublin Derby, but Mandrew has to start for me. He's just their player that can cause any team in this league a lot of trouble, and he can pick a free kick out, he can hit a goal from 30 yards, he can be quiet for 80 minutes and then win you the game with a moment of magic. So Mandrew has to start for me. It'd be interesting to see their lineup, to be honest. The likes of Dinny Corcoran, will he be back in the side? Remains to be seen. A bit concerning that he didn't feature last week, obviously with that injury. So I think I'm going to go for a draw here, 1-1. And the final game we're going to look at is Shamrock Rovers, who play host to Cork City. I only see one winner in this one. I think Shamrock Rovers will be too strong for Cork City. I think they're going to win 3-1. I do see a few goals flying in that game. I see it being quite an open affair. Hopefully both teams have a bit of a go. I don't think Cork have anything to lose in this one. There's not an awful lot of expectation on them, I don't think, because this is the type of game that they'd be expected to lose probably. They obviously had a really bad loss in their opening game to Shels, and they need to be a bit better. But they do have a lot of new players that are betting in, and week by week they will get stronger. and more kind of chemistry and playing well better together and stuff like that. But I think Rovers, one of the top sides in the league, them and Dundalk, will be fighting out this season, and I fancy Rovers to win it comfortably enough in the end. The likes of Jack Byrne and Graham Burke, they're just too strong for a lot of the teams in this division, so I fancy Shamrock Rovers to win this one 3-1. But there you have it guys, my predictions for this weekend's fixtures in the Premier Division. What do you guys think? Make sure to let me know down in the comments below, and if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to drop a like on it down below and make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching guys, I'll hopefully see a few of you at Talker Park on Friday night.